Guys, welcome back to another video. I'm going to be starting my new series I was telling y'all about. If you've seen my other video, if not, I'll say it again. I'm gonna start a new series where I'm a huge Marvel, DC, and horror movie fan. I love like movies and stuff. So movies that I enjoy, or movies I've seen and I haven't seen before and I saw. I'm gonna do a video of that movie. So I'm gonna call this series Movie Geek. So I'm gonna talk about the new Suicide Squad movie, and when spoilers happen, I will say it. So let's get it. So Suicide Squad. Way better than the first movie. The I loved Bloodsport. I loved King Shark, and I loved Harley Quinn. And Polka Dot Man was good too. Most of the characters were good. James Gunn, he is good with the character dialogue and characters like getting to know what the character is and stuff. First Suicide Squad movie, there wasn't really a lot of that with like the character. You didn't get to know the characters that much. I didn't like I didn't like the original Suicide Squad that much. And new Suicide Squad movie, it's very gory, especially the beginning of the movie when we get into the first mission. It's extremely gory, which I love that. I'm a huge horror movie fan, so like goriness, kills, count me in. But people that don't like that stuff, I can see people not lean towards it. It's funny. The characters are funny. It's funny the whole entire movie. Most characters are funny. Polka Dot Man. I loved his character too. His character was really cool. King Shark was hilarious. And Bloodsport, what people would say basically, he's just another gun character. He really good in the movie. I liked what they did with his character, how they did the thing where the reason why he's in there is because he shot Superman with the kryptonite bullet. Because like anyone that knows Bloodsport, that's like the reason that he's big like that, because he shot Superman with that bullet. So I'm glad that they kept that. And I'm trying to think what the like main person's name is. Sorry if I can't remember her name. The one that made the Suicide Squad movie, like not the movie, the one that like basically made the Suicide Squad, like the squad, and chose the people to be in the Suicide Squad. The girl that's the whole, she's the girl that works at the prison. Sorry if I don't remember her name, but she's basic. She did good too because she was in the first movie. Captain Boomerang was good too. So like some of the original characters that we had in the original Suicide Squad technically isn't a sequel. Technically, it's like remastered. It's a new director. It's a new storyline. They did something different with it. They took a different take on it. And I like that because we had Harley Quinn, which was in the first Suicide Squad movie. I'm gonna say first, even though I know this new Suicide Squad movie is not a second. I'm just gonna say the first one so you know which one I'm talking about. Harley Quinn was from here. Captain Boomerang was in the original one. He's here still. The lady that works at the prison, they got the squad together. She's in here. I think that's all. I think that's all the original characters, I believe. If not, my bad. I'm a huge DC fan. So like this was probably the best DC movie we've had in a while. Another funny, and basically the characters that are in this are very, how do I say this? Goofy characters. Like, characters not a lot of DC fans would know. Like how, like, villains would think of Joker with Batman, Harley Quinn with Batman, or Superman Lex Luthor. We have all these villains in here that not a lot of people know. I'm a huge comic book fan too, so I read a lot of comic books, so I know a lot of characters. Like I can think of a character that probably no one knows, or some people know, but it's like saying like people that haven't seen it, or people that don't not read a lot of comics. Weasel, very goofy and funny character. I liked it. I like that they are paying more attention to underrated and not most known characters. I like that about superhero movies or DC or Marvel movies. It was good what they did with it. And like the original Suicide Squad movie, I would say is more kind of like a teen movie to depend like compared to this one. This one's more like kind of like aimed towards adults. Like I grew up on like older movies, like Friday the 13th, a lot of like older movies too. And there's older songs too. I'm trying to think. There's like Elvis. Trying to think other one, but that's basically what they did. So like it was it was aimed towards like adult audience. It was good. Because I'm a huge Suicide Squad movie fan, and I like the Suicide Squad. And something that I do know, and something that I always thought about, Harley Quinn really isn't really in a lot of Suicide Squad comics, but she's in Suicide Squad more in like the movies. Which, yeah, don't get me wrong, the actress that plays Harley Quinn, she does a really good job with it. She does really good carrying that character, and like how like her how far we came with that character in the movies. Now I'm gonna start aiming towards spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie, this is the part where you're gonna want to click off and not hear spoilers. So the one scene where we find out about Starro, it's messed up. Very like Predator face hugger, like kind of like that. And death that surprised me was Rick Flag. I was not expecting him to die. Cause when we went against like Peacemaker, I love Peacemaker too. John Cena, that's probably his best role he's ever done. I've seen. I did really good with that character. They're gonna make an HBO Max series about Peacemaker and stuff. Because Peacemaker stabbed Rick Flag in the heart. It was kind of like a Mortal Kombat X-ray because it showed you the inside. It showed you the X-ray. It was some brutal stuff. It was pretty cool because the moment I saw it, I was like, that's like a Mortal Kombat like X-ray. And the story was good too. Like the first mission, when everyone just gets killed off left and right, I'm just like, holy hell. Especially Captain Boomerang. I was very like sad about them killing him off because I love Captain Boomerang. I love like his character and stuff because he's funny and he's Australian and he's a Flash villain. I'm a huge Flash fan, and Captain Boomerang was funny when we like first saw like when the first scene, like the first couple of things he was saying was funny. Like he was funny. He's always been a funny character. But I'm just saying, like, he was funny, and then they killed him. They killed off a lot of people left and right. And then the one scene where Weasel just straight up jumps out of the freaking I'm trying to think what it was. The helicopter. When he jumps off the helicopter, Rick Flag's like, "Why did no one tell me the Weasel can't swim?" And then it's funny where he's just like drowning there, just making noises. And then like the end credit scene is just like, "Yeah, don't worry, he's not dead. He's still alive." And then he just runs off. That was funny. The end scene too, with like everyone gathering along and stuff, like Bloodsport, King Shark, Ratcatcher 2 was good too. All the characters were good. Don't get me wrong, all of them are good. But the scene where we get that final fight battle where the thing that they were trying to hide. So there's a one scene where Ratcatcher 2 sees Peacemaker kill Rick Flag. And like this little drive that has like DNA to show, like there's like video footage that shows that the government was part of this and the reason why the Starro project was being made. what's her name made a deal with Peacemaker that if he got this, so he's more like he's kind of like a double agent. She was gonna add more extra time off of their sentence. So if you do a suicide mission, the girl, the leader of the Suicide Squad, basically that put it together. She's not more the leader, but more of the reason why it's together. She'll take time off of their sentences. But when Peacemaker, I had like a little bit of scapulations with him. I was like, this guy's name's Peacemaker, so then he has to be real messed up then. And he is a messed up character in the comics, so I can see why. But I mean, they're all villains, so think about it. They're all villains, so like you can't really trust any of them. You have to have like think of like they could do something to just backstab one of them. Back to the rat catcher. When she saw that Peacemaker killed Rick Flag, she grabbed that drive, and then Peacemaker basically he didn't say it, but basically he had to kill her because she had the drive, and she saw him kill Peacemaker. So Bloodsport falls down through the ceiling when like the whole like place goes like it blows up. He sees that Bloodsport sees that Peacemaker is trying to kill Ratcatcher too. And Bloodsport told Ratcatcher that he wasn't gonna let her die. And he didn't. He kept that, and he didn't want. He had like connections with her. He was trying to protect her. And he told her he would. So there's a scene where when that happens, Bloodsport shoots his bullet, and Peacemaker shoots his bullet, and Bloodsport's bullet breaks Peacemaker's bullet because Peacemaker's bullet's small, and it's like a little grenade thing too. Because when you shoot, they blow up. When you shoot someone, it blows up. So both of their bullets, when Bloodsport's bullet breaks Peacemaker's bullet, it shoots Peacemaker right in the neck, and it was brutal. And I loved Peacemaker and Bloodsport like throughout the whole movie. It was funny. Like there's one scene where like they're showing each other their skills off. They're showing who's like what they can do as assassins and stuff. It was funny. I was just like. I was laughing. I was like, they're just showing off who's better. And then, so Rick Flag gets captured, right? And they find out that Rick Flag is still alive. So the Suicide Squad gets a new plan to go help Rick Flag and get him out. So the Suicide Squad kills this whole village. And then we find out that whole village, everyone in there, they were innocent. They were the resistance against the whole like government that the whole Suicide Squad's there for. And then that's the reason why they were doing it. And then I was just dying laughing. They were like kind of like, it was kind of like dark humor. But I mean, they're villains, so like, you probably, it doesn't really matter if they would do something like that. I was just like, oh my god, they just killed all these people in that whole village for nothing, just to find out that they were innocent and they weren't bad. It was funny. It wasn't really, it was like how they did it and everything. And I liked the movie a lot. It was probably the better Suicide Squad movie out there. I mean, Joker was good. It made a lot of money in the box office too, though. More money than a DC film has in a good time. And I liked it. Then like when the whole Suicide Squad basically goes after to stop Starro. The lady that like is the leader of the Suicide Squad was like, if you do this, I'm gonna blow you up. because she every single person that goes in a Suicide Squad movie puts a little thing in the back of their head where she sets it off, their head explodes. So she was about to do that because the Suicide Squad had the drive. They already did their mission. They're like, you've already done your mission, just go. And the Suicide Squad was moving. They were like, well, this is messed up. What there's people here. There's innocent people here. So they walk off to go defeat Starro, and she's about to set off the detonators, but then the people that are with her knock her out and tell the Suicide Squad what to do and where to go. And it was funny with that one guy where when Starro comes in, where like he comes in and then he tells like, bro, look at this, we got a kaiju up in this bitch. It was funny. It made me die laughing because it was funny. And the movie, there was just funny jokes left and right. I loved it. It was hilarious. And every character in there was good. They made funny jokes. And then there was one thing with Polka Dot Man where the reason why he's like that is because of his mother at Star Labs. And every person he sees is his mother. Because he hates his mother so much for hatred that he sees his mom everywhere he goes. And I like that. It was funny because like there's one part where like Ratcatcher 2 asks like, where's your mom now? And then Polka Dot Man's like everywhere. And then it like shows the whole Polka Dot Man sees the whole Suicide Squad as his mom. It was funny. And they did there was one, it was like and then when Harley Quinn breaks out, like the whole like kind of like what they did with Birds of Prey with like the flowers, it was really good too, like how she was killing everybody. And then I was very like the one point where Harley Quinn says like why she shot the one dude, the guy that was part of like the whole group. The reason why she said it was kind of like it was like, dang, I feel you, because she was like the type of people that the type of men that I date, and the type of person that would kill your dogs. So she's talking about her dogs. So we know she didn't have any dogs. We know she had the hyenas. So she's talking about Joker. So Joker killed her hyenas. And then she breaks out and she's just shooting everyone left and right. Crazy Harley Quinn as always. And it was good what like they did with Harley Quinn. I liked how they like carried her character in the movie as well. I liked Birds of Prey a lot too. Birds of Prey was really good. So I liked it. And then when they fight kaiju, when they fight the whole Starro, that scene's awesome. Like when King Shark jumps up and starts numbing on the Starro's like arm, like their fin, like the star thing. It was pretty good. And then Polka Dot Man shoots his like polka dots and he like cuts off half of like Starro's leg. And he's like, hey, I'm a superhero, and then he gets crushed by Starro. That was funny and sad. I would never ever expect me to say a death scene in a movie was funny and sad at the same time. That's how it was. It was funny and sad. And they defeat Starro and stuff, and then Bloodsport, Ratcatcher gave the drive to, gave the drive to Bloodsport. And Bloodsport basically, instead of giving it to show people what the government really did, or what they're really doing with the Starro project, they pulled a villain thing, what any villain would do. It's like, hey, if you don't take off and let us go free, you don't take off our sentences and you let us just go free, I won't put this out for public. So they get out for free and they use that basically as bait and stuff. So yeah, I liked the movie. The movie was really good. It was fun. It was gory. It was funny. The kills in there were good. The characters were good. The whole movie was awesome. One of my favorite DC movies ever. And I have an Instagram too where I post a lot of things about horror movies and stuff, and I talk about movies I've seen and stuff. But yeah, the movie's awesome. I recommend going to see it. But if you're like little and like if you don't have cool parents and you're not able to see R-rated movies, you're probably not gonna be able to see the movie. But besides that, if you're able to go see the movie, I would see it, and I give the movie like this movie. So I liked it, and as always, stay awesome.